Hey everybody, if you ship anything through the US Postal Service, any kind of package, and it doesn't matter if you're a scrapper, a crafter, a resale e-commerce kind of person, there are new fees coming in April that might affect you. Come on, let's dive in and see what we're talking about. Hey everybody, Shark Scrapper here. So I just learned about some new US Postal Service fees that, while they're not of great concern, they do need to be of interest to those of us that ship boards, for instance, to boardsort.com. So they deal with irregular shaped packages, and the first fee set is based on the longest length of your box. So if your package, when you measure your package, you have the length, the height, the width. So in the example shown here, this is the length measurement. It will always be the longest length on any package that you have. And then this measurement would be the width, and this measurement would be the height. If any of those dimensions is 22 to 30 inches, there's going to be a $4 surcharge or fee applied. If it is greater than 30 inches, there's going to be a $15 fee. Now, the second of the fees is against any package, and this is in addition to the length fee. This is a volume fee, so if the volume exceeds 2 cubic feet, then there's a $15 surcharge. So that's on top of the length surcharge. Now, I want to be clear, these are fees that are in addition to the rate that you would pay to ship that package. So these are additional fees. Anyway, I thought I would just take a minute and look at a couple of typical boards that we would send to BoardSort and ask ourselves if this is going to be an issue. So here is a multi-socket server board. And if we look at the longest length here on the circuit board, we see that it is 18 1/4, almost 18 1/2 inches long. So you could put this in a box. And let's see, the width is 16 and a tad. So you could put these, you could stack these up in a box, and as long as the box was not longer than 22 inches, which would still give you plenty of room for padding. Here's 22 inches right here at my finger. Right, so you can see there's still plenty of room there for you to put padding in a box and ship these off to BoardSort. So no problem with those, and those would tend to be the larger of the boards that we would deal with. But just to make sure we're checking out for reference, here is a green small socket motherboard. And this is pretty square at 9 1/2 inches or so. Let's see, 9 1/2, 10 inches square. So you could even do two of these side by side in a package if you wanted to. The colored boards, pretty much the same thing. They're going to be about 10 inches too, because the form factor is relatively standard. Yeah, these will be interesting. So this is a slot processor board. Older computer, slot processor, like a Pentium 2 kind of computer. And this is 15, a little bit over 15 inches. So even these older slot processor type boards would still be okay for shipping. So the only thing that you might have to worry about on this is the volume concern. You want to stay under 2 cubic feet. So let's go do a little bit of quick math on the whiteboard and figure out if we were shipping, let's see, I think this motherboard, this multi-socket server board is pretty representative of the larger boards that we would ship. And we said that was 18 by 16. All right, let's go do some math. Okay, so the way that you calculate your shipping volume is your length times your height times your width. And we said that this board, the dual socket server boards, were 18 by 16, so that's going to be 1.5 feet by 1.3 feet, and that has to be less than 2. So here we have our length and our width. So we need our height. And we want that to come out to be less than 2 cubic feet. So we have 1.5 times 1.3 is 1.95. So if we take 2 and divide it by 1.95, we end up with 1.03. So that means that our package here, 1.03. So if the board fit exactly in the box, the board could not be any taller than about 1 foot tall. So that gives you an idea of the kind of box that you're looking for. Now you want to have a little bit of room on either side, not a whole lot. So basically what you're looking for when you want to ship those larger boxes, to avoid the 2 cubic foot requirement, is a box that is about 1.5 feet long, 1.3 wide, and 1 foot tall, thereabouts. Now there are weight things that you want to pay attention to. So for instance, if you go over 70 pounds, the price jumps very quickly to an oversized weight category. So you want to stay under 70 pounds. Now, just to add more complication to it, if the volume exceeds 1 cubic foot, then you're charged at either the actual weight or the dimensional weight, whichever is greater. So what is dimensional weight? A pricing technique where there's an estimated weight based on the length, width, height. The formula is actually for domestic shipping, which is what we're talking about. It's the length times the width times the height divided by 166. So that's the dimensional weight. So if you exceed 1 cubic foot, then your shipping is going to be based on either the dimensional weight or the actual weight, whichever is the larger of the two. So if you want to try to save yourself some money, there are 2 things that I highly recommend you do. The first one is to get yourself an account with an app called Pirate Ship. Just like the pirate, arr mateys kind of thing. Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship will calculate the best rate from the US Postal Service or from UPS and give you a very steep discount on that. And you can pick which one you want, and you can pick various categories, classifications. So it will always tell you what the cheapest one is, but then you can always get other shipping classes, and you'll always get a deep discount in those shipping classes. So pirateship.com, it's free to get the app. I have saved a lot of money using pirateship.com. Highly recommended. The other thing that you can do is get a FedEx account. This is especially true if you are a business. You can get a business account, and that'll get you some discounts. And the more you use FedEx, the more discounts you'll get with them. So what I always do is I will compare FedEx with the rate that I can get from Pirate Ship, and then just pick the one that's the least expensive. I have shipped with the Postal Service, with UPS, with FedEx, and so far, knock on wood, I have not had any trouble shipping packages. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this and found it very useful and informative. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's the little round icon in between the 2 links that are going to take you to more shark scrapping videos. Have a great day, everybody.